What did I think about Phil Jackson saying that if he wished he had a coach Christian Laettner? He said he thought Laettner's talent was wasted because he didn't get a spread formation and he was in the wrong era and everything, etc. He somehow knew Phil would pick a white guy that was an all American guy that was great in college. And I will say this about Laettner. He may have been one of the five best college basketball players I saw in my lifetime because he was great in Duke. I couldn't stand Duke. I couldn't stand the face of him. Still mad that he got on the dream team over Shaq or Isaiah Thomas, or however you want to put it. But can't deny. I remember that game against Kentucky when he was 12 for 12, hit that turnaround. He was pompous and arrogant. He played for Duke. Duke was the enemy. You know I partied when UNLV tore they behind up in 90, but when they beat UNLV the next year, I was sad. Couldn't stand Duke. I lived in ACC country in Virginia, so Duke Blue Devils was always getting the love. And he was nauseating, but he was bad. Came to the NBA, played with Minnesota, didn't really fit in. Kevin Garnett came in a couple years. They really didn't have a chance. He got bodied up. It was a very physical brand of basketball. And they didn't protect him at all. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's one Larry Bird. They don't want too much great white hype, and they were not going, people are going to try to knock him out because they thought he was the pompous golden boy. And of course, they didn't want him to shine. Do I think Phil Jackson could have done something to kind of, flip the script with him? It depends. I don't know what he could have done with the Bulls. Stretch him out, but it's a different era. He did have a little bit of a run with Miami when the Heat got knocked out in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons. But his best days had long been behind him. He played for a lot of teams, and he just basically became kind of like basically a mascot. He ended up playing for a lot of teams. Great college career, slightly better than average NBA career. Modern day era, would he been as good as Kevin Love? Well, that's debatable, but that's kind of like that kind of player, a Keith Van Horn type. Considering the golden boy touch he had coming in, it didn't shine like that in the NBA. But what I think when Phil Jackson says he wish he had a coach him, because I'm thinking like all the cats you could have mentioned, you mentioned Christian Laettner. And that just falls into like a typecast. That gives Scottie Pippen and J.R. Ryder and some people some situation to say, see, we told you how he was. We told you how he think. Because he would pick the most pompous cat that a lot of cats couldn't stand. I'm a Wolverines fan, so you know how I feel about when Duke beat Michigan. But like I said before, and surprisingly, David Stern didn't try to make it easy for Laettner. I just said surprisingly because, Golden Boy, they sure would have liked to put something to save him. I don't know where they could have put him, no, but it was physical. And when Phil Jackson said it was physical, I wanted to laugh. I was like, you think? So when you hear JJ Ridiculous and them talk about plumbers and dishwashers and busboys and showstoppers and curtain callers, you didn't make it in that era. Got your butt knocked out in clothesline. Would Christian Laettner have been better today? Probably. Would he have been more effective? I don't know. Spot shooting, I don't know. Because again, you gotta have something with your game, and it was different college to the pros. He would have done all right, but I don't know. But to hear Phil Jackson say he wished he could have coached him because he saw something there was like, come on, man. You had a chance to coach Carmelo Anthony. And I'm not taking sides to defend Carmelo, but Carmelo got a better argument than Christian Laettner did. Especially with a guy who won in college, had a great college career, and had a legit pro career. I wish you had said you wanted to coach Carmelo Anthony as opposed to saying Christian Laettner for lots of reasons. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for nothing shit if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. Let me know about you, what you think about Phil Jackson saying he wish he had a coach Christian Laettner, because I feel kind of uneasy about it. Let me know where you stand. I'm out.